let's add some new features to the map. We need to put in a new service, and in order to do that, we're going to add first a secondary pole, and then we're going to run some secondary wire from an existing pole over to the new pole, and then we'll do some service wire from the new pole to the meter. So let's start with the pole. The first thing we're going to do is, if you're on the Map tab, you want to click over onto the Edit tab and then click on Create. That's going to display the Create Features window over here. This shows you all the symbols that you can install onto the map. So the first thing to do is to look through the list and find the symbol that you want to add. So we want to add that secondary pole, so I'm running through there. Oh, there it is. Let's click on that one time. It's selected now, and as I move the cursor over to the map, you can see that it's showing a symbol of the secondary pole there, and I can just click and place it where I want that to go. And now I want to go ahead and do the meter. So let's go find the meter. Let's see, there it is. Same process. We're going to click on the meter to select it, and then we're going to go over to the place on the map where we want that to go, and we'll click that again. Now, if I was off a little bit, I could also just click at the move option here, and I could just move that down a little bit if I wanted to do that. And I'll go ahead and adjust that slightly. And let's continue on, and now we can add our wires. So we have a secondary overhead wire that we're going to add first, so I'll click on that. So that's selected. So I'm going to start at the original pole. And this is where the electricity will be conducted starting from this point over to the new pole. So we'll go ahead and snap right to that new pole, and I'll double click. And then now we're going to go and find our service wire. So this is a service overhead. So I clicked on that. And same process, I'm going to start here. The electricity is going to start and flow from this point over to the meter. So I will double click to complete that line, and that gives us our service wire. So let's go ahead and finish those changes. And so that really does the feature portion of this particular new part of the plant that we just added. So we do have some additional values that we can populate, and so we'll go ahead and do that next. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into select mode, and so I'm going to go over to map and select, and I'm just going to go and select this area here, and I really want to go to the pole and make some changes to some of the attributes. So I clicked on the pole there, and I can go ahead and set the district and the circuit optionally if I want to do that. It doesn't really conduct electricity, but if we want to do that just for kind of organizational purposes, we can do that. And I can put in a station number here. So I'm going to put in LF0575. So that's the next available one. And I can continue on selecting options such as wood and quantity size, the height, etc. But this is enough for right now. So now I've got my pole with a station number in there. And now if I want to, I can actually make some changes to the wires. So I already have the two wires selected. So let's go to the secondary overhead wire, and I can fill in some values there. So if I want to do the district and the circuit here, I can do that. Then I can also put in the station numbers. So I can say that we're coming from LF0174, and we're going to the new pole, LF0575. And for the span, if I scroll to the bottom, I can see what Esri's span is. So what this shape.st length is just a built-in field for all the wires and conduit. It's going to have the actual map's span. And so I can copy and paste that if I want to. I'm just going to put in the value without any fractional value there. So it's just 97. And then I'll go ahead and set the phase on this. Looks like that's B phase, so I'll set that. And that's probably good enough for now. So now I can go over to the service overhead line, and the same kind of thing, I'll put in the district and the circuit, and then I'm just going to put in the from service station number, the LF0575, and we'll leave the to station number blank so it's not ending in an actual station. And if I wanted to continue on with the span and the phase, etc., I could go ahead and do that.